the wrong live stream on. I can't share now. There we go. Let's share a screen. Desktop too. I think I'd actually put the YouTube on that. Not the YouTube. The get this right. I think I'd actually put the YouTube on that. Not the YouTube. The I think the live stream was on the wrong date. I think I typed it all in for yesterday, but never mind. Right. I've actually left this in because I was trying to do a bit of an early bird trade here, and then I was doing the daily edge, and then forgot that we had the news this morning on jobless rate claims, which is now a 5-year high, and market took a bit of a dive. But contrary, we've got gold up 67% still this year. We've got silver at 120%. It's crazy. Asian markets were down roughly about 1% overnight, which dragged all the markets down, especially the DAX has been hit pretty hard. FTSE ATR is up to 15, DAX 34, and let's see what we can get out of the market today. There seems to be an awful lot of an economic calendar today, and I'm not sure. We've got NFP at 1:30 today. I don't think that's right. I think that should be tomorrow. But nevertheless, we're not live on that anyway. But yeah.
No, it's today, definitely.
You're absolutely certain it's today?
Last week they announced it as the 16th, and I think it's the 16th today. So, we looked and it was next Tuesday. So, yeah.
Right, you're right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair dues. Fair dues.
Unless it's changed, but that was the original change.
Well, I just heard some news out that from Luke from IG, the NFP's tomorrow. But it's quite clearly states it's today here.
Yeah, the Americans always announced it for today, but whether that's about to change, I don't know.
Bit odd. But we're absolutely festooned with alerts today, not alerts to the economic events. And it makes you wonder, can you believe anything that comes out with the UK government? Everything gets revised. The things that we do know is we've got a bit of data here, is unemployment's going up and up and up, which is not a good thing, of course. And we've got loads of landmines all over the place to negotiate this morning, but kind of makes life a little bit more exciting. As I said this morning, just as I said before, I looked at trying to close the gap this morning, put an order in on the crossover, and then not looking at the calendar properly, got caught on the wrong side of it. So,
Steve, oh, sorry.
Go on.
My pivot levels are different to yours. I've got my close below current price where yours is above. Wondering why that is.
My close is at 9687. Oh, bugger, I've typed in.
No.
Mine's at 9687 too.
Right. I've done the classic. I've gone and typed them in and not saved them. 96, that's the right high for the day. 9649, that's the right high. Close. 96. Why have I got that close in there? I've typed it in wrong. I used the AI this morning to put the things together, and it threw a bluey and gave me all the wrong flipping data. It's 47 and 29. That's it. I think to overwrite it on. Oh, right. Well, that puts a different perspective on it, doesn't it? That's correct as well, isn't it? 96.87 is the actual close.
Yeah.
Right. Done that. Right, so we're looking for the market to come down. Why on earth did I do that? I just bear with me a minute. WSG. I just have a double check.
Yeah,
Close.
my levels didn't save the first time either.
No, I was correct. Sorry, flipping heck. The close 968,702 9694. No, I was correct. It was 9751131. That is the correct number. And something going daft. Right, so that is the close there.
But Steve, I think the number that you published was the different number, the lower number.
Yeah, this is the correct number though.
All right.
So always check this, guys. Don't rely on everything. Double check, double check, double check. I used the AI to reduce it, and there were some numbers that were a little bit funny. Let's just double check on here. ATL, didn't I update that? Right, no, apologies for that. Let's have a quick look on here. Edge. Right, yeah, I didn't I updated them and didn't type them in. Right, okay, never mind. Just goes to show, doesn't it? Need to double check everything. Right, let's get going. So we are looking for a market to close this gap. Ideally, we're looking for 15 points away from this gap, above the a spike above this level, which is the 200 EMA. Will get us actually going. I did say I was going to stream all morning this morning, but I've changed my mind. I've got other things on I have to do, so I can't do that. But it will be we will have an extended session, but certainly won't be all the way to 12 o'clock. I've got a lot of stuff that I have to do. Didn't really envisage. But I'll tell you what, the weather over here in Spain has been absolutely abysmal. Right, can I put this in now? I think I can put this in now. We're looking at 736, which is 9736 as an order to spike up. So stops under the daily pivot. We're looking for the market to actually, it's done it right now, 4 seconds before the close, for the open, I should say. We're looking at this to come straight up into the close. Stops to entry now, guys.
Wasn't quick enough, unfortunately.
I don't think we'll be streaming that. I don't think whether the function will work on YouTube or not. I'm not really sure because it looks like I set it for all people are there. I set the time frame for on the calendar. It was actually yesterday. So I don't know what happened there. There we go. Nice smooth start as usual. How did everyone do yesterday then? Did anyone trade yesterday? Anyone get on the back of the big monster gold move and silver?
Yeah, I got silver.
Great. It's updating me. It was. I typed things in from the Wall Street Journal and obviously didn't flipping well publish it. That's a wee bit annoying. Don't know why I missed that. Have we been done by the spread again? So the high was 97.51.1 and I wanted 97.51 there. I'm sure that'll push through. There we go. That's the first 1%. Target is 9767 and retested the daily high. So that's nice. First 1% in the first 2.5 minutes. One thing on the, let's go and have a look at the DAX now. The DAX is, and I'm paranoid now. I'm looking at the DAX. Let's have a look at these DAX index. Is that someone gone already? You've made your money in the first 2.5 minutes and then buggered off. It was all left. Right, hang on. Please in here. You've last night, unbelievable. And then the night before, thunder and lightning like you've never seen, and absolute torrential rain over here. It's really, really bad weather. Right, let's have a look at these stats to make sure, but yeah, I'm just going to make sure that the pivot's correct. We do need to trade above candle breakout short according to the pivots. I've got this, I'm paranoid now. No, that's correct. 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 Yeah, there's one number wrong on the FTSE. So the market really dropped off, didn't it? Really dropped off. Hang on, was it 100? Where's the daily? Is it daily? I think I'm liking this new format with all these links in here and the stuff at the bottom. If you want to get involved in going for the links, it's a lot cleaner. A lot cleaner. Yeah, I did put that. Yeah. Right. 274 pip drop. Wow. So the ideal storm today would be really getting a wall trade off the bottom here. That would be lovely under the camera breakout short and buying the market. That would be really, really nice. But we do have a closing gap all the way up at 24,229. But I really don't want to take that until we get our head and shoulders above. If we get a 5-minute fractal, or even a 3-minute fractal above CBOS, then I would be interested in that. Because what we don't want to see, get my pen out. What we really don't want, well, we don't want to be looking at here is that is if a market, if we're in a phase wave market coming down with a wee pullback under CBOS, then heading all the way back down into R3. And we don't want to get caught trying to go along here in no man's land. We really need to be above CBOS and then go for the close up here. So we've got plenty of meat on the bone there. ATR today is 34, and from CBOS we've got 81 points. So it's a bit of a waiting game, but patience always pays if you've got the right strategy. If you've got a good strategy, so there we go, trader. Good morning, good morning. All right, there are people on YouTube. I actually published it for the 15th, so must be some people that usually come on are coming on again this morning, so that's good. Right. So we're up in the first 2.5 minutes. For people who, I know people in the room are trading, like to trade copper. I'm sure, I think, I'm sure where I am with my orders in for copper. I'll just put this in here, high-grade copper, which has been working out really well. I've got a trade on here with high-grade copper on a break up of the 15-minute, but the 9 EMA, and going for a bit of a monster trade on that. And did extremely well on copper with a bot. That's on again today with a 15-minute bar. If you're interested in having a crack at copper, it's not on a daily edge. It's not something we normally look at, but I did mention to people I would highlight where we are with copper. Gold, bots are on gold, and gold's just pulling back. We just turn these off one moment. So a nice 15-minute bar here on gold, and I put that in this morning, and we're down a little bit here. If so, this was the early doors trade on gold. A 1-to-1 risk reward would be there. If you haven't already traded gold, then look for a 15-minute bar above there. I put that on early doors this morning here above this 15-minute bar here, and we're still waiting for the outcome on that. These are the bots, of course. That's Relento, and that's Fractal 22. Both of the bots, two of the 4 bots are on. I've only got 2 in play. Average copper has just broken out and gone shooting up, which is nice. Silver. Let's have a look at silver. Would you credit it? There we are. There's a 15-minute bar on silver. Do I want to get into silver now? We're right on the 15-minute bar here, so probably worth having a silver trade. Not probably worth it. Wow, that's a big quite a large stock. I had a question in Slack about looking at numbers. So for instance, people are talking about lots. Of course, there is no such thing as lots on spread bet accounts. It's pounds per pound. So what you can actually do, you can go and auto quantity here, and let's say on the trading accounts, we say, let's for instance, 2K accounts, 1% risk. So you put in £20 allowed decimal points, £20 a point, £20 risk on a particular trade. And what you would then do is, because you've got your £20 in, the software automatically works out what, it automatically works out the stop. So we've got 92 pips with 3 pip spread. So 95, 96 points. So if you type in 96 here, it should automatic 96 and 96. What the if you can trade less than £1 a point, and you can on silver, you can put the order in here. If you see, automatically works out how many pounds per point you are going to be putting in. So it's, we're right on the level now. We just smash that button. We're right on that level anyway. So we'll hit the button on the 15-minute bar. So automatically, if you had a 2K account, has calculated, rounding off, how much you should be using. So it's not lots, it's pounds per point, or euros per point, or dollars per point, depends where you are. So that would be the silver trade. So you either can put a quantity in, and you can have a spreadsheet and work out what that actually means for every asset. Or if you want to get the software to automatically calculate your position, you can just say, well, I'm on this particular trade, I'm going to risk, let's say, £40 per trade, which is equivalent, if you're using the trading accounts, is 2%. And then it recalculates, and this would go in at 0.4, and you would be able to trade that like that. Okay. Right. So, bit of a pullback here. A fractal would be the order of the day on here. Markets come up, pop the close quite nicely, turn the fractals on, the ability of fractal there. This may well be a nice 5-minute frac. If the market puts in a low here, then we will see. So there's a fractal going to form here. If this is the bottom, another fractal will form here, fractal base, and then we can take a break out of here, heading to the target there. That would be nice. But to be honest with you guys, we've got the last big trading day of last big trading week of the year. Markets can be a bit squiffy. We've got lots of announcements going on. We've made a full day's worth of money in the first 2.5 minutes. So it shouldn't be too hasty to try and do a trade again. We just nobbled, just took 1% out of the market straight away this morning. Again, on a morning, got to be prepared. You can't just walk into the room and have a look at what's going on. You've got to be prepared, and be prepared to press the button quickly, because this is what gap trading is all about. It's very fast, very furious, and if it's something that doesn't match with your personality, then do not try and close it. Do not try and then closing the gaps. You've just got to be unthinking, believe in the gap trades, press it and just press the button. After that, then, you know, we can wait for a fractal, can wait for a 15-minute bar. Not a problem whatsoever. Gap trading is not for everybody at all. And it doesn't match many people's ways they like to actually trade, let's put it that way. So we've gone to the close, tested the close, markets come off. All right. Just a waiting game, really. So my perfect storm here would be obviously we've closed the gap. it would be nice for the market to come down and at 8:30, put a 15-minute bar, reversal signal in, and head for a front run of the daily highs. That would be an ideal scenario to nail 2% out of the FTSE. So you just got to wait for the FTSE to come back down. The DAX, we need to wait for the FTSE, the DAX to either climb back up out of camera breakout short or take us down to this area. Where the market is at the moment, it's of no use. We're in no man's land, trading under CBOS. You see where we are, the 200 1-hour EMA. Just check if that's correct. Yeah, just pull it out of the way a little bit. There we go. This market's still bullish, but barely. We do need to get above CBOS, or the market needs to come down to a classic R3 bounce, and then we can take a trade off there. So there's absolutely nothing to see here. We're on Tuesday, so what we could do is look for this market. If this market comes down to S3, then we could look for an option, a weekly option into Friday. That could be good. Options expiry on Friday, of course. We'll be trading options expiry live on Friday. But you can see the market's got very little movement. So if we can get a break up with CBOS, we're more than likely to get the gap close here, just like we did with the FTSE. If we come down to S3, then we'll take a bounce off there, and we'll take a call option on there. I'm just going to have a look at what those call options might be. This is weekly. Oh, excuse me. 19th. The next couple of days, 24 460s. What have we got? 24. Interestingly enough, the people who do like to do the calls, the weekly calls, 24 460s, which are the highs, 24 50s are under 40 at the moment, guys. We are under 40 at the moment. And this is the end, this is for closing at the end of the week. As you know, I like to I'm quite happy to be able to put up to 3 different ones in. Has to be under 40. 24 60 is ideally where we're going to go to at the end of the week at least. So I'm going to fade in now. I'm going to fade my first one in under 40. And if we can get them lower, then I'll go in at least 2 more times. If it goes lower, then I'll be in it. So we're looking for is the market to come back up here by the end of the week. Not forgetting the DAX is, over the past decade and 50 years, the strongest index out of all the indices for the Santa Rally, running from middle of November to the middle of January. So we should be okay on that. Is it anyone else interested in doing those calls in the room? No? No, I'm on my own. That's okay.
Yeah, might do it lower level.
Right. So they're already moving up. They're above 40 now, and I expect them to probably 41 and moving off. So the key number for DAX is 40, buying them at 40 or under, and we've got them under 40 and then moving off now up. So that's great. If it comes further down, then I'll buy them further down. If it doesn't, then it's already met the criteria. So we'll be okay there. As far as actual trading is concerned, we're not interested until we see CBOS broken. And then we're definitely interested in looking at this gap. There's an extreme gap here. The orders now are in for, we're straight into the money on the call options, and they're now 43, 44 pounds. So nice little call. Right. Let's just wait and see if we get this little pickup. It looked like it was going to have a wee run there, didn't it? But the calls are straight into their money, which is good. Let's see what we can do. Going to try and get my 9 EMA video out tomorrow. Published tomorrow evening. Not the new strategy, but just giving people some more hints and tips on how to use the 9 EMA to extend profits. I should do a series of 2 on it, shouldn't I? 9 EMA entries and 9 EMA exits. How to get in and how to get out. Come on. Let's see if it'll push up on CBOS with a small rejection, and then we can get in on the DAX and take some money out in the DAX. Just have a quick look if that FTSE, we're coming down 6 minutes to go on a 15-minute bar. Oh, that's gold, sorry. FTSE. Right, yeah, looks like we might be setting that up now. Or people who are trading the 926, you're obviously still in the market. You can see, the power of pivots. That's where I should put, really, shouldn't I? Should do a video on pivots, because it sounds just about everyone that comes off YouTube does not know what a pivot is on the cash market. I never sees them. Oh, hi. Hi, guys. I bet. Pivot. Oh, dear. Alice. Who the hell? Well, yeah. You're selling gold. All right. We never sell against the trend. We always trade in the trend. We always trade with the trend unless we are trading a gap. Unless we are using the market inefficiency, we never go against the trend. And gold is bullish. So we don't short a bullish trend. Doesn't mean say it won't work. We just don't do it because the odds are against you. You might get lucky a few times, but ultimately the market will take the money off you. But with a trend, it's always your friend. So we've got this big push up, nice gap close, and now the market's just sat around, not doing too much. A 15-minute bar would be great. And if we can then target the daily highs, that would be great to finish the FTSE off today. If you can get a double bubble on that, then that would be great. Let's go back and see if the DAX is broken through yet. It's getting very close, isn't it? Anybody been trading crude? That's hit my lowest low target already that we set last week for the end of the trading. It's already smashed down the 50. It's really testing the $56 a barrel. So we'll have a look at crude in a minute. If we can get involved in CBOS, and that would be a breakout of CBOS to close the DAX gap. That would be good. But crude's been a monster trade. I left the crude bots on, shorting bots on that, the frackers. So they've done really well on crude. And I'll get into crude again today if we got a pull up. And sort of a little bit of strength and take it back down towards $56 a barrel. 56.20, 5600, something like that. About 56.10 in the middle would be a good target to go for. We'll have to have a look at that. So the market's touched right on the nose, camera to breakout short. And it's rejecting a wee bit. If this produces a fractal right on C, excuse me. Well, if this produces a fractal right on CBOS, I would take a CBOS breakout into the close, sure. Let's just watch this. That's on 2 minutes. One either be on 3 minutes or 5 for the DAX on fractal breakouts. If we can get a 3-minute breakout, then that would be nice. So we've caught those options pretty well spot on. They are they're ranging from 42 to 45 at the moment. We've got them 39. Might hopefully, if it pulls back a little bit, you could do it 42s. If you can get them to 40 or under, then that's good. Just measuring, I've got a minute to go on here before fractal draws. Starts to draw. Take their alert off. We don't need the alert. So we're looking for a fractal to start to draw here. Zaro keeps don't know why I did that. Display the same color. Outline not so they can't bother not so. I've just got a normal hour, don't I? Yeah, it should be a fractal breaks looking at here, and then in the next 3 minutes a fractal bottom here. I'll turn them on so we can see them. There we are, you can see it starting to draw here, and we'll see one draw there. Ideally, that would be the perfect storm, a fracker breakout. There's 32, 33, 35 pips. Would at the current time that would be at 35 pip stop, 35 pip target, which includes the spread. And to get clicked in. What we don't want is this bar to break here. We want it to stay below this high here. So we need the market to stay under 148. In the next 14 seconds, it will then start to draw a fractal line. Seconds, there we are. There's our trade setup. Boom, we're in.
Order rejected.
Oh, so actually bloody, yeah, the IG here. Get in. There we are. Sometimes get these slips. The broker's not sharpest and not in town as far as being a broker. Quite a few slips, and you'll see and hear every excuse under the sun why the slippage is there. Only seems to be IG that has a problem though, but there we go. And what we're going to do now is we're going to run this on, and we're going to go for a fracker breakout, which we've got into, and we're going to look at the close at 229.9. So 22, it's 1.7, so 228 is a front runner there, will be fine. So we're looking for 2% trade there with a fractal stop under a fractal reversal there. And you'll see that. I'll leave it on so you can actually see it form. In 1 minute, you'll see a fractal base appear here. Wait for this minute to happen. Don't need to sit and watch the trade now. I just want to show you how the fractals draw, that's all. On 1 second, there you go. There's a fractal that's been drawn there, which is nice. Right, it's going to look, see what's happening with the FTSE, if anything now. So we're in on a call option at 39. They're now 44.45, which is nice. We're waiting for the FTSE to give us a 15-minute bar, and it's refusing at the moment. It's just tracking sideways. So we've took 1% out of there, and we're looking to take 2% out of the DAX. Gold looks like it might be on its way up again. So that's nice. What else? We had, let's have a look at the daily edge. Daily edge, where's my daily edge gone? There we are. Oh, I did say we'd look at crude, didn't I? Let's go and look at crude. Okay. So what I said on crude this morning, early doors. So we're looking at crude getting into the key levels today, 56.20. That should say 56600. Me and my typo. And we're heading for, if I had to put a number on it today, that would be easily achievable, would be 56.10. And yeah, we can't trade everything. That's hit everything again. That's hit. The market is really, really weak. This is a daily level, key daily level that we've now broken out of. I'm going to leave crude alone. It needs to pull back to get back into it again. It's hit the target sold. But is anyone in the room trade crude? Anyone trade crude? We've got some bigger levels, of course. We've got $55 a barrel, and 55.50 would be the next good target to go to. But really, we need to a pullback would be nice. If you look here, there just wasn't really anything to get your teeth into. It looks good because it's hit the target, but ideally it was some a high strength to come down and hit 56.10. And it's blown straight out the bottom of the big round number 5600, and it is heading down to the next 4-hour level, which is way out to the left. And I'm going to leave that one alone. I'm not going to try and catch a falling sword. There's a 50. If you're really, really bearish, well, like I am, but I'm not trading it, you would be taking that 15-minute bar there. But you got to have a lot of belief in trying to break a one daily and weekly low with a 15-minute price action. So if you've got a pullback, then I would give that a trade today. I'm not going to fall that any lower. So the two top forex today would be Euro USD has come up, and USD Japani. Let's go and have a look and see how those fared, or how they fared. I haven't traded them, but we'll go and have a look. Not fantastic. on a 15-minute setup from this morning. There was a 15-minute bar, which would have been nice, and that would have stopped. Or you'd have been clicked in and stopped. If you took that, there's another grid 2, there's a grid 1, 15-minute bar there. Stop under the swing low here, and you'd still be waiting for that. I really don't like this price action at all. It's just tracking sideways, isn't it? Spiking sideways. On a longer term picture, yeah, it is looking pretty damn bullish, isn't it? These are all the targets we've hit last week, all done and dusted. I don't need to see those. It's all that stuff. It's gone. I guess if the market had a pullback, I would be interested. Let's put an alert back into this confluence. If the market comes back, then let's move this up into here. Market comes back, then I would be interested. Other than that, don't like the reaction. It's too spiky. Need somewhere with a good advantage. Right, and this one was a sell. We are just, if you notice, this is the AI's been calling this for a sell for a while, whilst it's actually been trading above the 200 EMA. It's now right on the 200 EMA level here, just slightly under it, which qualifies now for day trading bias for a short. It's under the 1, so yeah, we can now look for 15-minute bar reversals on USD Japan. There was a grade 2 bar here. The action's all very quiet at the moment, isn't it? Oh, a wee bit slow. So look at that, silver. Silver's doing nothing. From a 15-minute bar entry here, it's dodgering around. We've got so much news releases out there. People just don't seem to be interested in getting involved. We've got the manufacturing PMI. Manufacturing's down for Germany. Composite PMI down from 52s down into the 51s. We've got PMI for overall Euro, all forecasting middling, flat to down. And I've got a UK PMI in 45 minutes. We're just absolutely festooned all the way through the 10 o'clock with little landmines everywhere, making the market quite cautious. That should put money into silver and gold as people are getting a bit nervous about news. So, we should do our okay in silver. And gold. Let's go and have a look at what's happening with gold. Has gold started to turn around again? Gold's starting to pick up again. you can see from my hear from my voice. Morning, Steve. Yes, was short early doors, but suddenly got stopped out before the drop. I guess that was hi Andy. Andy. I'm assuming it was that crude, Andy. So, exactly. I should look more what people are saying on the YouTube channel, shouldn't I? Yeah. Copper looks like it might be on the move a wee bit. It's at 20 points copper. So that's good. Gold. Yes, crude. I lost the chat box, no problem. You're back. I didn't get in crude at all, wish I had. It just dropped straight away, didn't it? You could see how weak it was, how fragile it was. It wasn't going to take a lot for crude to drop off. But I've seen his strength throughout the day today. You know, it would be a good play to sell into crude, and you know, heading down to $56 a barrel seems crazy, but yeah, seems crazy. Everything's a bit slow. Or is it just me? Because we were in and out of the FTSE in 2.5 minutes, so that was pretty good. The DAX is taking a bit of movement. It's taking a bit to get a wiggle on. Silver's up, copper's up. Let's go and have a look at that FTSE. So if you haven't already taken a 15-minute bar, it looks like there's a 15-minute bar setting up here. But really, I don't think I would take that 15-minute bar with a series of not a series in the 15-minute structure. Really, we really do need to get confirmation the market's going to be back on its way. Then really, we've got a smart pen, put the smart pen on. We do need to ideally taking out this level, this fractal here. Taking out this fractal structure here would be key. As soon as that gets took out, then you'll probably see a lot more buyers come into the market. But with putting in lower highs, the only solace you can draw from that is that we've got higher lows. So we've got higher lows and lower highs, a bit of the pincer movement there. Be interesting to see what how that looks on a volume. Yeah, we do have that pin on a volley, don't we? We've got that. I'll just take this off a minute. We've got the nipping on a Bollinger Band here, and we've got a nipping in the Bollinger Band, and the market's either going to break one way or other. if you use the 9 EMA as your guiding light, if this market actually closes, price actually closes above the 9 EMA on this nipping, then the eyes to the bull side have it, and the market will break above the volley. That's what usually happens. Let's take the volleys off. Ideally, the break here would be the thing to look for. See, we've got CBOS down here. Got loads of headroom for the market to trade to the top side. Daily pivot on gold is at 43.13. It's gone dark outside again. I don't know what it's like in England, but we're absolutely the pool levels right up to the concrete at the top. I need to do a backwash and take some water out of the pool because it's filling up with the torrential rain that we've had. It's full of flipping leaves from the rose trees with the wind. I can hear the rain absolutely banging down. We had a power cut as well, you know, with a good old Spanish electricity. As soon as you get a lightning flash, it seems to switch itself off. I know I've got noise cancelling software, but it's really noisy outside with the rain. Absolutely banging down. Wow. Sky's all gone grey and dark. Not a day to be outside. On the upside, it's still 15, 16 degrees. I saw storms on Facebook look really bad at various players. Yeah. Andy, yeah, it's seems to be getting pretty bad weather at the moment. Pretty wet weather. It's not cold, but it's just wet, very wet. It was windy as heck. It was running like mad. Very, very windy, and all the oranges are all pretty ripe. So we're dropping loads of oranges at the moment as well. So we should be picking. Well, let's have a quick roundup. A pick up on silver. We should be in the offing. Not really. It's going in the right direction. Was 20 points up. It's now 31. It's moving off very, very slowly. Right. Grade 2, the 415 reversals coming in, guys. In 4 minutes' time, I am going to take this. It's 415 reversal. Been waiting for this bar. Germany's running back round, and we're about to break out that fractal that we set up before. The call options are in the money very nicely. Silver's in the money, copper's in the money, waiting for gold to swing back round. If we can keep this wick, if we can keep this body about the same size as that wick, then we'd take this 15-minute. Let's see how we get on with them. I've had that resurgence here. I just wonder if crude has flipped around and gone on. Not really, but we've got a rejection spike, haven't we? Be nice if crude did come back a wee bit. Two minutes to go. Let's see how this candle looks. Is Kevin online on YouTube? I just wonder what it's like in Almiradi. Kevin Moody rather than Kevin Hall. Neither is on. Never mind. Hi, Kev. Yeah, is it pouring down in El Miradi? Absolutely banging it down in Cottrell. It just eased off a little bit now. What can hear the thunder now? Come on. Not time it. Nipping open. I suppose we're going in shopping in El Miradi. It's later. What we're going in this weather? I'm nipping at town with some business. Probably end up have to go and look at the dog. Yeah, Andy, yeah, the DAX, yeah, it's up 12 points, which is good. I was just looking to see if we can get a decent bar here. So we're up on the DAX. We've got the call options in the DAX, of course, making money. And we're pushing up on the fractal breakout, which is making money as well. So DAX is great. Cause right, do we take this 15-minute? Do we wait for a better 15-minute? You kind of don't have to, I don't think, on this. But what I would say, I think I'd want to put my stops under this base, under the daily pivot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at where we are now. We've had that breakout. And 21, 23. Have we got 23? We have to have a new high here. 23 and 23, we're going to take that, and I'm going to hit. Now we've had that break. If it's a little pullback, that's fine. Still going to smash the bottom as soon as I can. There we go. 23, 23, straight into the daily highs, stops into the swing lows, and we're on our way there. Got an echo in the room here. DAX is great on calls and fractal trades at the moment. Yes, it is. DAX.
Oh, just
If I can spell correct, you know, it's always me because it doesn't spell correctly. It's doing great. Yeah, let's go and look at that DAX. So we've pushed our a ton of frackers on so you can see. So we've pushed out the fracker here, fractal break here, and the market's starting to move, but nothing convincing. Nothing convincing, but what we do have, we have an extreme gap here, daily long, which should be a foregone conclusion. That should just whack straight into that. And then once we get up on the daily low, it's going to invite other buyers, and we should just levitate and gravitate straight up into the close from here. Let's see. Are you guys in the room still interested in staying on this morning and trading this?
well, I'm keen to stay on, but
Yep.
Are you just talking to yourself, Clive, or are you talking to me?
you.
All right, I know
Sorry, I
you
was looking
mean.
at something else. Yeah.
I thought you were talking through a pillar then, fella. Couldn't hear you. Yeah. I don't know about people on YouTube if they want to stay on. If you want to stay, if you want me to carry on streaming on YouTube while we just trade the markets this morning for another hour or two, couple of hours, let me know. Otherwise, I will conclude the YouTube stream and then we'll just carry on trading. Rents seems to have stopped. Flipping heck, it's a bit slow today, isn't it? Andy, are you on the pop already? Oh, dear. Pepper's disappeared. He's probably listening and trucking somewhere down the motorway. Yeah, it is. It is like pulling teeth. It really is like pulling teeth. But if we can extract the teeth very slowly, painlessly, and make money while doing it, then that's absolutely fine. I feel like an espresso coming on. So calls are doing well. Germany's moving up slowly. FTSE's moving up slowly. Copper's moving up slowly. Gold's going sideways. Silver's going up. Yeah.
I've got a question. It's the wrong session, I think, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Because a few days ago we were talking about US 500 and we really thought that it was gonna do better. In fact, it's really sunk 2 days on the trot, taking me with it, I have to say. So I just wondered what your thoughts were, whether or not it's gone past its sell-by date now.
It's sell by, are you referring
As
to
in this year?
the rally?
Yeah.
Right. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's
Okay.
what we're going to kind of remember is we don't know. We've got options expiry coming at the end of this week, and the market generally will be moved around. This is the well, it's a FTSE expiry mainly, isn't it? And let's just have a let me have a look at the options. Just one moment.
Okay.
Options. Let's see. Right. Yeah, we've got the US and US 500 options all expiring on Friday. And I think a lot of players will be moving markets around to to
Push that
put
up.
the options into profit so they can shut up and lock in for the
Right.
is on the M6. So generally, if you look at the options expire on the FTSE, that's when the FTSE generally can take off quite quickly after options expire, which will be Friday. That's why on Monday and Tuesday mornings, we're going to be streaming. We're going to be running from 8 o'clock all the way through to 12 o'clock both mornings because the big plays will have gone. I think the market might be a little bit choppy, and that will play into our fractal trading, and we could do really well on Tuesday and Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
I don't think it's dead. I think the market's going to be moved around, and I think on the US 500, if we can we'll look at. I've not done the pivots for the US 500
There's a
yet.
4 hours round. It's 200 EMA at the moment. The 4 hour on the.
Yeah, as Clive mentioned, we just sat in that 200 EMA. And we're broken through a key 4 hour resistance level. This could be, you could get a cheeky 6,900 option, weekly option on this. We're only on Tuesday. Let's just have a look. Let's just have a little look here while we're talking about that. We just take the pivots out of the way just for the moment. And just take the right. Weekly indices, option weekly of US 500. So these will expire. These should expire earlier. So let's see if the weekly expires earlier. No, it doesn't all expire at the same time. So the weeklies, if we can get the market to push 6,900s. Oh, that lower than a snake's belly. How many times have we sat here though and bought these here and watched them just absolutely 4 or 5x? We don't know what's going to happen into Christmas at the end of this week. All we can do really is speculate what's going to happen on the 19th. There's all the fluff, and it won't go away. The wording of the AI bubble. It's like I don't think there's an AI bubble at all. I think that's a lot of tosh. Personal view only. It's like when the car come in and people said that it's only the car's only a fad. Horses and carriages are the things to go. And yeah, there's still horses and carriages around, but I think you might find there's a few more cars. I think that's the same with AI coming up. It's not a fad, it's here to stay, and it's going to get stronger and stronger. So people weren't taking profits on moving from the Thanksgiving rally. Everything's moved up. Everything's really either been on track for the Santa Rally profit takes or profit targets or slightly above this year as opposed to last year. And I think we might be just getting a bit of profit taking. So I'm minded at the moment because we are going to be live anyway. We're going to be live on Friday again to see where we get to. And I think I am going to be quite interested on having some. So let's say it's a 2K account. That's what we generally train on, isn't it? So if we look at this to say roughly 2%, that would be 3 contracts at 749. And you could be looking for a 3 or 4x on this, to be honest. If you think a 1% trade on a market reversal could be pretty good into the options expiry, because we do not know what's going to happen. We know we've got a decade of data backed up by 50 years saying this market's going to trade higher into Christmas. Now, if you believe in the decades of data that say this market shouldn't be down here and it should be further up, then buying a couple of 6,900 call options for Friday would not be a bad thing to actually do. So I'm going to press the button, and you don't have to press the button with me, but I'm going to buy these and see where we get to on Friday, risking 1%. So we're going to buy those, and we've got 3 contracts there, and we'll see where we go to here. Now, if you look at, the market's dropped from the highs here. How long did it take? It took, markets drop usually faster than the go up. So it took 4 days to have that quite large drop. Do a couple of samples with the markets dropping and returning back up. So here's a market drop, here's another market drop. What we're looking for between now and Friday is we're wanting this market really by Friday to go up 108 points. 108 points in 2 days, 16 hours. 2 days, 16 hours, 80 points. If the market goes up 80 points, then you will definitely be in the money. Probably be a 2x, just over a 2x on that. So 90 odd pips. Last time I had a wee bounce. What was this? Wee bounce down. Market went up 80 pips in the space of 12 hours. So it's not beyond the wit of man that this market could really come up if we look at the average true range. 60 odd points in a day. We're looking for just under 2-day ATR run with 3 days to go before expiring. Very, very possible. So yeah, I'm quite happy with call options. I have Pep still on the M6. Let's put the cash pivots on. Let's have a look how it looks today, because I've not done the pivots. Let me just type in these pivots. So the high is 6,861.
It's come off CBOS.
0.59. $68 1.49. The close 68 16.51. previous days high 68, 99.85, previous 68, 1.49. Right. Right on the CBOS. Bounce right. We're right. We've bounced off CBOS and we're maintaining it above. Seem to be in a. So we've got an extreme gap here, the daily low, and the closing gap, daily low here. ATR is 10. And we're currently trading 19 pips below trading. So we actually could have a trade. We could put a pre-cash futures trade on. 926 cross happened here. Look at that, trading above that 9 EMA. Doesn't really look much better than that in relation to the 26. It's aggressively just pulling away and pulling away. So there is definitely a pre-market lunge, a pre-market opportunity on the S&P for closing that gap today. Even put your stop under this swing low fractal here. I'm sure the fractal is there. You could get pretty cheeky with this, I think. In fact, we'll do it and we'll see. I will do that trade. And we'll see how we go. Look at that fractal structure just holding up on that 1 minute, at 5 minutes, sorry. So we'd want to have a stop at, let's call that 6, plus the spread 7, plus 1, 8 pips. So for the people who are asked me this morning about your 1% risk, we'll do that here. We'll say 1% risk will be £20, wouldn't it? So £20 there. And we'll put this trade in for here at 8 and 8, and that should calculate it automatically for you for a £20 risk. And we can just smash that button now. And there we are. It's putting you in at £2.49, which is at 8 pips, £20. But we're not going to go for a one-to-one risk reward here. We're going to go for a trade into the close. Close is at 68.16. 0.51. Let's do 68.15.51 if we were a front run there. 8 and 8, 16, 2% trade there. And we'll see how we get with that one. Turn everything off a minute. Regular pivots a minute. Go up to the daily. Markets hit all-time record highs. It's just in a wee pullback, isn't it? What's going to happen? Where's the market going to be driven to? For Friday, for options expiry, not sure. Friday's down here. It's like it's contrived, isn't it, with the market pulling off with the FTSE and the S&P. FTSE options expiry on Friday. And looking like the market could pitch down into here and then push back up. But you never know. You never know what the market's going to do. You can have the best technicals in the world, but if the market doesn't want to go down to a certain area, then it won't. And going against it, in other words, going for it on the long side, is the center line and the push to go along. We've tested 4-hour lows, we've broken them, we've bounced off the 200 EMA potentially here. We're trading under the 1-hour EMA, but the 4-hour is the key guiding principle for day traders. And yeah, you could actually put your stop onto the swing line. Get a 1-hour, big, nice, fat 1-hour candle with a flat bottom, trading above here. We're completely overcooked, oversold down here, and we do have open cash pivots as magnets for the market to come up and challenge and close the gap from yesterday. So it's kind of looking okay. It's looking better than okay. Let's go back and have a look at the other indices. DAX is 0.5% up, and do expect more buyers to come in now. And now we've got above the daily low, and the market makers will be wanting this gap to be closed. They'll be trying to push for this gap close, and that will give us 2% should that happen. FTSE, we've already made 1% in a FTSE in the first 2.5 minutes. And what we're looking for here is to try and finish the market off with and using a 15-minute bar push through. Copper from running up is flat. Gold, silver after running up is at 0. FTSE's up. Germany's up. Germany calls are up. Gold, I think I might just go and have a, I'll leave the screen running, and I'm going to go and grab a bit of brekkie, cup of coffee, a slice of something, I guess. The market's really stopped wanting to come down at the moment here, isn't it, on gold? Been asked to see this lift off. In fact, it would be nice this morning if we can get a futures market 2% on US 500, nil the FTSE for a further 1%, nil the Dow, the DAX for 2%, and the US for 5%. That'd be quite nice. Added to the 1% we've already made on the FTSE, and then a nice pullback on crude. That would be good. It's not looking likely that's going to pull back too much, is it? Used to that fib on. If we can see somewhere around the 68 or 78.6 fib on retrace on the 15-minute, then that will be quite nice. Give it this. I'm so low at 6. Be very interested if we get a 61.8% Fibonacci retrace on that. Just send it back through down here. Well, nice 1-to-1. That'd be nice. Right, I'm going to leave the screens up. Gonna take 10 or 15 mins and yeah. Taking 15 minutes and I'll be back. I'm gonna turn the video off for the moment and I will be back in 10 or 15. I'm gonna leave the screen running on the screen running on the DAX setup. I'm gonna get a cuppa and a slice of something, and I'll be back and we'll continue trading. All right, guys, see you shortly.
voto.
What was the other book you got it? Yeah.
Right, back to it. Everyone there? Yeah. Still some people left. Right. A bit of a pullback on the DAX here, aren't we? A bit of a pullback in everything.
If you tell you one book you might be interested in is Stuart Broad.
Usually happens on the at 9:30 is a bit of a dead time. Oh, that's a bit of a pullback, isn't it? It's a bit vicious. Oh, always looks bad on it. It is level to hold again. Let's pick wins starting again. Right, let's have a look at the she'll use some of our latest scanners. Let's see what we can see there. Wow. Right. Well, US tech. Hitting the bearish thing. Not looking at US markets in the futures. What can we look at? These are some of the simplified one, but 10 different opportunities there that are coming up. Cable, bullish. Oh, missed that one. Just waiting for a pullback on that one, aren't we? Train setting off the station on that one. There was a 15-minute bar there. Easy one at one, wasn't it? Euro Japan. Ah, okay. Let's have a little look at that then. On the 4-hour markets running bullish, but trading bearish under the 9 EMA. On the 4-hour. On the 1-hour, the 200 EMA is supporting this, and we are trading trend bullish, price action bullish, 15-minute bar here is over and done with in 10 minutes time. So there's one there ready to run. We'll write that down. Euro Japan. That's in 9 minutes. I'll set up. All right, pound Japan. So we did its thing. Cables already done its thing. Euro USD. I wanted this to pull back a little bit, didn't I? It was all spiky and didn't like it. Still don't like it like this. It needs to pull back. Certainly sounds off. USD Swiss. Bearish. Already running, isn't it? A bit late there. There was a bearish, first bearish signal. There's a second bearish signal there. Bit late. Ski card. Consolidated, isn't it? It's been running like that since Friday. Thursday. Good. It just won't give up going down, will it? It's just carried on going down. I guess we got a fractal, but didn't take it. It's already hit the targets. And we need that to come off, pull back up so we can trade that again, which is market's very quiet, isn't it? Let's have a look at any volatility alerts. Right. Well, that was a big bearish cat 2, 30% ATR. And we saw that before, just drop right off. Cable, that's cat 2 in the opposite direction going along, and that's just the opposite to this one, euro, pound, pound, euro. Cat 1 would be nice. I'm just looking at the structure here on this 5 minute. Look at it, how clean those flat bottoms are. Up the 9 EMA, then I drop down. Nice fracker here, nice fractal there, fractals here, fractals there. Let's have a little look. Oh, we're right. Giving legs. Good, all this chaff. We could see other way. There's some fractal trading to be had here. And on this market, if it does pull back a little bit, it'll provide a very tight fractal to trade. at 50, I'm just looking at my history. We've been stopped out on the FTSE. This is where it gets to that point where, you know, you take your first 2.5 minutes of trading, you take your 1%. What you should do is switch your machine off and stop. Take the money and be happy with it. Now we've just given the money back to the market. Just have to take it back again. Technically, these are just 5-minute fractal trades. And it is one of the high probability ones, but I'm just not going to bother with it. I'm interested in that FTSE coming down to that daily pivot. There we go. We've got Germany stopped out again. Germany just took us out as well after running back up. It's just come out. The dead period really is 9:30 through 10:30. The markets have made impulsive moves and they come back and they relax. I'm talking really about the indices. So got some of that DAX. Having had the market break out and run quite nicely. Actually, we had a 35 pip stop, didn't we? And it run 42. So it did run a 1-to-1 risk reward, but we're looking for a lot more than that. And we're looking for a CBOS break again. We just have to be patient for the market to come back. So we're now on our back foot. On our indecision darts, don't forget the ATR is 15, and that's run over a 30% ATR movement from top to bottom. You could do a rise trade on the basis that this pivot's going to be bought. The issue, of course, here is if you're going to buy the pivot, then you have to put your stop under CBOS, and that won't give you a 1-to-1 risk reward. We've had one and then give it back. We want to do an ATR trade, which is 30 pip, 30% ATR. Stop. 30 points, which is 30%. This is just for a 1% trade because we've won one and brought and then come back on one. It's how close do we get this? Only 5 pips have been out of the ATR, 29. Thirds to get this down to 30. The further 30% ATR impulsive move potential coming down and taking this back up to the daily target with some alerts. To close here. Let's see how far this market will actually go down. We can stay away from the market a bit. It looks like it's a waiting game, doesn't it, today? I'm going to give this half an hour, and if the market doesn't wake up in half an hour or so, then I think I'm going to call it and just put alerts in and get on with something a little bit more interesting. So let's keep a watching brief now the market's moving. Ideally, the market will push down a bit further so we can get down onto and buy the daily pivots. If you're buying a pivot on a bull market, your chances of the market going up on a bull market are pretty high. But we need to wait and watch. We're 10 pips away, which is a full no, 15 pips is a full ATR. Isn't whether we will get a trade, it's when we will get a trade. We'll definitely get a trade for sure. It's just been patient for it. We've lost nearly everyone in the internal room. All up. We are on a Tuesday morning. People have got jobs to go to and things to do. So there'll be no Friday afternoon trading, of course, because I'll be on a plane. So I think it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the plane.
Are you in gold? I can't remember.
Yes. Yeah. Bots are in as well.
Oh, right, okay. I'll pull this down over the top of that. I can actually bar 5-minute bar and just keep moving this back through. Show where we are on gold. Why is it just keeps after the surface, it keeps reverting out to 4 hours all the time. Yeah. It's just more or less going sideways now, gold. Yeah, I'm underwater too.
We're just waiting for it to well, it's a technical term, waiting for it to get a wiggle on.
Yeah, trouble for me, I'm underwater too, is it just worries me how long it stays underwater because of course we've got NFP, haven't we? And we don't want to be stuck in it really.
No, it's 1:30, isn't it?
Yeah.
Refund is on YouTube at the moment.
Is he?
He's in gold.
Can he speak to you?
Right. Pardon?
Can he speak to you from there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think he's probably he'd left by the look of it to go and get some breakfast as well, but he's not back yet.
Oh, right.
Come on. Let's get this winning. Let's get a bit of action one way or other. Only on chat. What are these? When I see on chat, there are all these little crowns. I don't know what they mean.
Yeah, I've seen those and I can't remember what they mean. Does it mean you just speak? It's just that you're speaking. I can't remember when it comes up now.
No. Oh, top fans.
Ah, Right.
Little crown with hashtag #1 is Andy Argent. Then hashtag #2 is Trouble Me. Then hashtag #3 is Kev. That's Kev Moody from over here, Al Muradi.
Ah, right.
So Pepe's lost his crown. Too busy trucking. Yeah. They are the awards. Oh, that's Andy. He's on the ball. They're the awards for being the top contributor. Hey, top man. That's what we should call him. Most people just sit quietly and don't say anything in the room. Come on, let's get going. Do you know, it's just like an English day here. It's just damp, wet, and drizzly. The rain won't actually stop. It banging down with rain, and then it just dribbles and won't stop. You know. It'd be nice if this now it's broken this level, this base support, this support area here. It would be nice for it to just get a little bit further down under the daily pivot, so we can just get a little bit more value. Right, then pops up to the target. Let's get this going. There's absolutely nothing below this daily pivot holding this market above CBOS at the moment. Because it's unbalanced 60,000. I've seen days in the past few weeks that we've been down to 200 or 300, even 1,000, but we've got massive amounts of volume coming in and out. We've got buyers with the sellers are starting to. Oh, you can just see here pop in the buyers are starting to come back, but few of them. The average true range is dropping off. Renko blocks are red, and yeah, let's see if this is going to carry on going down. Getting around number. Yeah, and the oil seems to oil was I was that was going to be one of my good trades, oil, but I just don't want to get on the train as it's going down and down and down, knowing my luck. As soon as we jump on a train, it'll reverse. Let's get exactly. This keeps going down. It is very aggressive. So you could fractal trade it. That's the thing. 5-minute frackers. But these fractals are bouncing straight into 4-hour lows and daily resistance. It's just difficult. There is a fractal under here and loads of airspace for this market to come down to 55.20 area. So I'm just waiting for this market to buy up, to be bought up. But if you look at the 1 hour, it's been completely oversold since yesterday. Completely oversold, but continues to grab around. Hiya, Pep. Right, let's have another rerun back through everything. DAX. We had 35 and 35 before, didn't we, on this CBOS, on this breakout? And wanted to go for a lot more than 1%. I'm gonna be happy just to have a trade right above CBOS now and use some alerts, push that back up to the close. 28.8, but that's close. Just call that 79, kind of 78. Come on. You're quite interested to see how far that 9 does come if it crosses under here. Get an alert, see if we've got a 926 cross. And I'll be alerted up on that one. Let's see. Looks like it's finding a wee base. Well, it's running terribly slowly. So then the DAX, we look at the FTSE, gold's creeping along as well. Oil still going down. Let's go and look at some more filters. It's weird. Euro Japan was one I'd forgotten about. I've put on my note there. What's Euro Japan? There's some horrible action there, isn't it? FTSE's just been filled. Let's go and have a look at the FTSE. Some orders come straight in. Right. So FTSE's been filled. The DAX started to move a little bit. Yes, it has. It's come back up to CBOS again. As gold move. Should look up again now. So Germany, the DAX has just been filled as well. If you
500
wait for
starting to
15-minute
pull
bar,
up
this
off the
would be a
bottom.
good 15-minute bar here with a flat bottom candle. not sure. I just want to, whether I want to sit and watch this for the rest of the morning or get on with something a bit more productive.
Oh, UD can do.
Copper's woke up as well, I think. But none of the copper traders are in, they've all gone. We're up 47 points on copper. Let's FTSE gone. All right, there we are. Or long on the FTSE, long on the DAX, long on gold, long on copper. Waiting to short. Crude just keeps going down. And we've got weekly calls on the US 500 and weekly calls on Germany. Sure, nice. It's just a waiting game, really, isn't it? Has anyone got any questions? Well, I'm going to give it another 5 minutes or so. We're in DAX now, we're in FTSE. We're in gold, and if you're not already in gold, looking for a 15-minute bar. We're in copper, and it's running away nicely as well. We've got US calls on, which are okay. We've got Germany calls in, which are okay. And it's just a waiting game.
You on for NFP?
No.
Okay. Sometimes you are, that's why I asked.
Yeah, sometimes I'm gonna.
It's normally a Friday, isn't it?
It's normally on a Friday. I'm probably going to be in the dog at NFP time. That's a pub, by the way, local.
I was
pub.
just going to say.
Yeah, that sounded a bit odd. That I'm going to be in the dog.
I was just thinking to myself,
What's
okay.
he talking about? Yeah. The Dog and Firkin. It's a local drinking emporium.
For the English, by the sound of it.
It used to be an Irish bar.
Oh,
Yeah,
did
took over. The twin girls run it. Some twins run it.
Not the twins.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were doing that now.
Jed and Jenny. Don't forget, this is streaming on YouTube.
Okay.
Oh, flipping it. Look at this. It's decided to run. It's decided to put a little bit of the red in now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was set off pretty good, didn't it? With the FTSE, 2.5 minutes, boom, first 1%, and then it's it's walking through treacle now, isn't it? Market's going so slow. We're in Germany, and that's just where we entered. Call options on Germany are good and in the money. US 500 calls are just less than 1 pip out of the money. Copper's in the money. High-grade copper's in the money. Silver's flat. Gold's in the water a wee bit. On balance, yeah. I thought this week would be an absolute sloth. We started to do a wee break on the FTSE, like we had a wee break on the DAX, and now it's just coughed. And we're just waiting for the market to shut on up, but we don't have to sit watching it doing.
I'm off, Steve.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the same as well.
Yeah.
As Jeff. Hi, Steve. With Friday being options, you know, end of the month. Ah, right. Okay. Good question, Jeff. Do you think it's going to be right? No. The 19th is not the big spike. It's EOQ. The best trading day of the year is going to be the 31st of December. And two big massive trades. There's the ASX, the ASX 200, huge trade, EOQ, early in the morning. And the next big trade will be the FTSE 100 in the last hour, which will be 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 will be the big spikes. That's EOQ. That's end of quarter options and futures expiry. That is the big expiry. And if you're looking for fireworks, then the 31st is the big firework day. And it's usually the best trading day of the year by a long way. So it's not the end of the year. It's the end of the year for monthly options, but the big end of the year is the EOQs, end of quarter, and it's triple witching. So watch out for that one. It's we should have a full house for that one internally. It's before everything kicks off on, if anything does kick off, if you do celebrate end of the year, 11:30 to 12, and I'll be up at daft o'clock. I think what's the ASX trade? The ASX trade will be at 4 a.m. London time. I'll probably be sat on my own. But yeah, it's
I missed that bit. I missed that bit. Sorry, what the times? I missed that bit. Sorry.
Well, it's 3 o'clock till 4 o'clock on Sydney time. That's the close,
Oh, okay.
which is 4 a.m. UK
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Well, that's all
that
right, because that would make me up with my husband, because he's actually in Australia now, round there, watching the Ashes.
Oh, right, okay. Okay. So, yeah, 4 a.m. I'll be up. Probably me and Bridget at least. Well, it's that morning trade you can. We used to be able to for the past 6 years, not including last year. That was only 2%, but normally, 5 to 10% in the morning was always the norm. And for the day with the other EOQs on the FTSE, quite often make 10% bank in the day while risking 1%. So no big risks, but big returns. EOQs are fantastic trading. Shame it only happens 4 times a year. But right, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to call it there. So I don't know whether to stream on YouTube Monday and Tuesday morning, or whether just to do the internal one. We'll have a think. But definitely on Friday morning, we'll be doing options expiry on Friday for sure. That would be quite exciting. Germany's moving up a little bit now. FTSE's starting to wake up. We've got weekly options on US 500 and Germany okay. Copper's absolutely on a storm. So that's nice. The market's all waking up, going in the right direction. 107 pips up on copper. So that's going good. On high grade copper, also normal copper is on its way up as well, which is good. It's only up 15, but it looks like it's going to turn into eventually a profitable day. But I'm not going to hang around and watch it. Thanks very much, Steve. See you on Monday on UT if you come on. Yeah. Thanks, guys. So how do I get off? How do I switch this off? Live, end of screen. Yes. Right, I'm off and see you on Friday morning. Bye-bye.